Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
We begin with breaking developments in the now 5-day-long blockade of the Ambassador Bridge.
A Canadian judge says the protesters who are disrupting international trade have to leave, but will they go peacefully?
That's the question at this hour. An injunction hearing that started at noon just ended about an hour ago, with the judge saying he will order protesters to stop blocking access to the bridge.
This morning, Ontario declared a state of emergency. The premier of that province, Doug Ford, warned the protesters they could face severe consequences. Those include hefty fines up to $100,000, imprisonment up to a year, and having their licenses revoked.
We've got live coverage from both sides of the border. Rod Maloney on the Detroit side. We'll start here at 6 p.m. with Priya Mann in Windsor and the reaction to this injunction being ordered. Priya.
Devin, good evening. There is a lot of surprise here, and folks are saying that they do not plan to leave. You hear a lot of horns honking. Protesters were just chanting freedom just a short time ago, and I want to show you over here. Take a look. Windsor police are edging their way up. I'd say before the injunction was announced, they were about a block away. They have since moved up. Protesters now have until 7 o'clock tonight to leave. Many of them were just finding out when we started talking to them. What was your reaction when you heard the judge's decision?
You're the first one to tell me.
A Canadian judge granted an injunction and says he will order protesters to stop blocking access to the Ambassador Bridge.
If they come and we have to leave, we'll peacefully protest as we always have and go from there. If I happen to get a ticket, I will take it gracefully. Say thank you very much.
Protesters shut down truck traffic across the busiest land border crossing in North America after Canada's Freedom Convoy took over the bridge entrance on Monday. It's estimated $400 million worth of goods crosses the Ambassador Bridge every day.
This is what we're doing it for. This is what I am doing it for.
On Friday, Ontario declared a state of emergency, and following the court ruling, Windsor police sent a message directly to demonstrators saying, "We are providing notice that anyone blocking streets or assisting others in the blocking of streets may be committing a criminal offense and must immediately cease further unlawful activity, or you may face charges."
They're coming down with a heavy hand, an iron fist, right? And that's just going to generate more people to want to come, to want to show up here, to want to do more things. This might change the whole dynamic of it. It might change things, but people are still, they're not going to, they don't want the mandates anymore.
We've been on lockdown for over 2 years. What is 4 days? We've been here for 4 days, but our government locked us up already over 2 years. We're tired. We're tired.
Now, there's been a heavy police presence here all day, but for most of the day, police have been further back. Protesters can't park anywhere around here. They had to walk about a half mile to get here. Just in the last hour, police are making a noticeable increase closer toward the protesters. Again, I've only seen about a handful of vehicles left. The majority of the folks who were here this morning are still here today. Again, that injunction goes into effect at 7 p.m. That's when the judge says these protesters have to leave. The folks that I'm talking to say they do not plan to leave. And of course, as I mentioned, Windsor police are inching closer and closer. And I should also mention that Prime Minister Trudeau, who does not have a lot of fans here, says everything is on the table when it comes to ending the blockade at the Ambassador Bridge. Reporting live in Windsor, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Okay, Priya, we appreciate your report. And the eerie quiet at the Ambassador Bridge tonight is a definite problem for automakers because it piles onto the already existing chip shortage crisis.
Bring in our business editor, Rod Maloney, live tonight with the latest painful adjustments that are having to be made. Rod.
Yeah, it's tough out there, Devin, no doubt about it. And a lot more questions asked than answered right now, right? I mean, will we see traffic on the bridge here tonight? Will it get violent at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock? And will the car companies keep having losses on top of the losses they're already struggling with? This pristine pavement, devoid of the truck traffic usually here 7 days a week, means commerce going in both directions is without more than $13 million an hour. Michigan auto workers have lost roughly $51 million in wages this week, and Governor Gretchen Whitmer is sounding the alarm.
There are Michiganders who are hardworking, simply want to show up to their job, and they're out of work right now. This is having a huge impact, and we are pushing on the Canadian government to resolve this swiftly and safely because Every minute this goes on is incredibly damaging to our economy and to our people.
And Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce President Sandy Barua agrees with the governor.
The supply chain is always incredibly fragile. It has been exceptionally fragile during COVID, and this is the last thing the U.S. or Michigan economy needs.
And to that point, tonight, Ford is out with its non-border crossing chip storage plant closures for next week. The Ohio Assembly plant, where they make the F-750, 650, and heavy-duty chassis, will be down, along with the Ontario engine plant, but again, not for the border closure, but because it supplies Ohio Assembly. Kansas City Assembly, where they build the Transit. The following plants will remain open, but with fewer crews and shifts. On 2 shifts, Kentucky Truck, where they make the F-250, Expedition, and Navigator. Chicago Assembly, where they build the Explorer and Aviator SUVs. And 1 shift at Dearborn Truck, where they build the F-150. And so take a look behind me here. This is the toll booth area on the American side. And as you can see, they're all empty. The lights are on, saying that those are closed. Well, it's the same picture across the other end of the bridge in Canada. And the Ambassador Bridge has cameras. We've been watching all afternoon. Right now, they have about 12.5 of these booths over there, and there's only 1 lit up as being open. And so it looks like even if they start bringing traffic in, it's going to be a while before it comes over, if, in fact, it does. So we'll certainly be watching. Reporting live in Detroit, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
We sure will. All right, Rod, we want to remind you our coverage of the bridge shutdown continues over at clickondetroit.com. You can find our story with live updates just as soon as these developments occur. You'll find that story on the homepage up near the top, clickondetroit.com.
All right, now to a look at the latest coronavirus numbers. The state reports a 2-day total of 5,716 new cases, an average of 2,858 cases each day. 152 deaths were reported over that same time period, including 110 from a vital records review. The rolling back of school mask mandates continued today. Oakland and Washtenaw counties joined Ingham County on the list of those who plan to lift their mask requirements for K-12 schools and daycares. Both counties' policies will remain in effect until February 28th. That leaves Wayne County as the last in Michigan without plans to lift its K-12 mask mandate. Paula Tutman has been getting reaction from health officials, educators, and everyday people, and she joins us live with more. Hi, Paula.
Hi, good evening to you, Kimberly. Good evening, everyone. It's so interesting that you mentioned Wayne County, because what's important to know is most of these counties do not operate in a vacuum. They're talking to one another. Their health departments, I should say, are talking to one another. They're crunching the data. They're looking at it. And so what I suspect is that you're about to see a sea change in mask mandates for various counties.
In Oakland County, which announced today school mask mandates will be removed February 28th, they say it's all about the numbers and the data.
For the past several weeks, our health officer has been talking to her colleagues, including the county's medical director. Looking at the data, we feel we've reached that time. We've seen a significant drop in cases and hospitalizations.
Ingham County schools doing the same, with close to 74% of the eligible population vaxxed, including 40% of 5 to 11-year-olds and about 62% of 12 to 15-year-olds.
It is a pandemic that is shifting into an endemic. We know that we are going to have COVID and that we're going to be living with COVID, and we're kind of entering that stage.
Washtenaw County also announced today, February 28th, the mask mandates will go away. In Macomb County, there has never been a mask mandate. However, numerous districts in that ISD have required masks. And in a recent interview, Dr. Robert Livernoy, the superintendent of the Warren Consolidated School District, which has more than 13,000 students, credits having mask mandates in place with keeping more kids in in-person learning.
We made the decision in September to require that students and staff and all visitors wear masks. And our numbers are substantially lower, and I mean substantially lower, than places where masks are optional. Despite the heavy political debate about masks, in our experience here, they have served us extraordinarily well.
You know, I do wonder whether or not you notice a change in vernacular that I noticed in talking to these health departments. And it seems like we're talking about data going with data as opposed to science. Those are two different things, by the way. But what we're also hearing is that as they move into endemic behavior, they want people to take on more personal responsibility. To be continued, guys. Happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday to you too, Paula. We appreciate your report as always. Devin.
Now to a surprising announcement today involving Pfizer's vaccine for children under the age of 5. A meeting of the FDA's advisory panel scheduled for next week has now been canceled after Pfizer essentially paused its application to the FDA, saying it's now going to wait on additional data regarding the need for a third dose. It's a setback for parents anxious to vaccinate their younger children against COVID-19.
As a parent, I need to do everything possible to protect them from possible bad outcomes.
Megan Prince Miller has 2 kids under the age of 5 and planned to vaccinate them immediately if the vaccine was found to be safe and effective.
It's one of the only things that we can do to protect our children who aren't old enough to mask effectively, who really can't surround themselves with vaccinated people.
Pfizer requested emergency use authorization for 2 doses of its vaccine for kids under 5 at the urging of the FDA, in spite of the fact that data on the need for a third dose is still being collected. In the clinical trial, 2 doses failed to produce a strong immune response among kids aged 2 to 4. Only kids between 6 months and 2 years of age had a response comparable to that of older kids and young adults. Dr. Paul Offit is on the FDA's advisory panel of outside experts that was set to evaluate the vaccine. Speaking before today's announcement, he sought to reassure parents about the process.
We all want to see the data, and we would not approve this vaccine unless we could imagine giving it to our own children or our own grandchildren. I think the American public can be reassured by that.
Data on the effects of a third dose in younger children is expected in early April. In a statement, Pfizer says it now will wait to complete that trial, saying it believes 3 doses, as they put it, may provide a higher level of protection in this age group. So we'll stay tuned.